right, I need to wing this because it's late. I've just almost inserted a fan at my own arse there. Wow. This review rant random is marked for death. Now I say marked for death, as you've seen the credits. I do have this on small box as well somewhere. It's weird. There's a funny story about this actually. Out for Justice is there on VHS. So Out for Justice is there. Under Siege is there. I did manage to get a massive Under Siege poster, which I will put into the outtakes for this in Manchester a few weeks back. But anyway, I do have this on small and big box VHS, Steven Seagal, and this is the Fox, one of the only films he did for Fox. Thanks Casper for that bit of fact. Sorry about the light on my face. He's a good cop in a bad mood. Big box, that marked for death, white cape, not flip cover. Now this is one of the rare Steven Seagal films that's obviously been out. It's on Blu-ray as well. Watched this on Sky last night. So as a kid, Under Siege dropped, and Under Siege was just the one. I always wake up watching Under Siege if I've been out drinking. It's either that, Predator 2, Predator, Die Hard. There's certain films The Thing. I'll just wake up and go, oh, I don't remember watching anything. Oh, yep, Under Siege is in that Blu-ray there. So, Steven Seagal pretty much dropped pretty big. I can see Nico right there as well. See, Nico is part of my small box VHS set. So there's Nico above the law. So, Steven Seagal hit big. He did his stuff for Warner's, then sort of skipped off to 20th Century Fox for that, then came back to Warner's for Under Siege. I think that's how that happened. And I don't know what 20th Century Fox has got in for Jamaicans at this time, but we'll get to that in a minute. So, Under Siege was the one, and the only film I had as a kid, if I can get your hands on Seagal stuff, was just fucking stood on the plug now with this fucking fan, man. Fuck, if it wasn't so warm, you'd be getting chucked. Fucking plug. So, Out for Justice was one, but the one hard to kill. Mason Storm. That's the one where he goes in the coma. You can take that to the bank. So that's the one I knew as a kid, and this is the one I seen very early on, and I thought this is the darker side of it. You know, he sits in a coma, he grows a massive beard, he goes on his fucking horse, he like comes back, saves his son. Is it his son? Yeah. And that's fine. Nico just goes out in the fucking garage, and then Out for Justice, out the Justice where he kills everyone. Anyway, Marks for Death. It was one I've very rarely seen as a kid, and I've had it on VHS for a while. But don't have it on DVD, so it's not something that was fresh in my mind. So I watched it last night, and the film starts with Johnny Cheju running away. I think, wow. Fast forward 20 years, and Johnny Cheju's chasing Steven Seagal and a machete. How things have changed. But you know, it starts off. You know, he's like this, cracking down the drugs and all that kind of stuff, and he's going to come back home with his big smiley face and hang out with Keith David. I'm down for that because Keith David is fucking awesome, and this is Keith David from They Live in the Thing era. Keith David with a fucking shotgun, and there's not very much police in this. Even the police is Kevin Dunn as well. So there's quite a lot of cast in this. There's quite familiar faces. So basically, the Jamaicans are trying to put in the drugs, and they get caught up, and you know, flashback. They get caught up in the drugs going down, and he gets marked for death. He gets a fucking horse or a cow's tongue on his door, and he gets some fucking voodoo magic man across his rug, and that. Let's get right. And then Daryl, what do you call her? Michael Myers, Salt Niece, and Urban Explorers has gone in the bin. Brilliant. Danielle Harris, she's in that. Obviously you probably recognise her from Last Boy Scout as well. She plays his little niece, and she gets caught in the crossfire, and he's like, right, the Jamaican drug posse's marked him for death. Well, he's fucking marked them for death as well. You get to see Steven Seagal run a lot in this. It may never get old watching Steven Seagal run on YouTube. This, you know, got some speed. Anyway, it's a dark movie. He goes tracking down. Now there's a bad guy in this, and as I say, going back to the way how the drug Jamaican Drug Posse is in Predator 2, it's like, right, 20th Century Fox definitely had something in for the same time. So Screwface, yeah, Screwface with his fucking voodoo stick. I've got a voodoo stick. It comes with his voodoo stick. He's got bright green eyes and massive dreads. He's fucking creeping around. And there's a weird bit at the start. I'm going to spoil this film if you haven't seen it. But there's a weird bit at the start, and you go, ah, look at that. What's that about? And so he's got his voodoo stick. So it's weird. It's got a lot of folks. There's some really good car chases. The bit where the Jeep flies off this thing and it bounces, and it fucking just bounces. So some of the stunt work's really good in this. Seagal just seems to sidestep everyone in this. Like, he gets a few like arm twists up there, but most of the time he's just like float on by. Fucking people are flying everywhere. So he's like trying to track them down. There's a massive car chase into this fucking bank. There's a massive shootout in the bank, and everyone just fucking walks away. I mean, Seagal's just like bang, 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 chucks his fucking gun, and then starts shooting somebody else. I mean, he's a retired cop, and you think, you've just chucked your gun at the scene of a crime. Fingerprints, you're going to deny that one. You shot someone in the head the night before, denied that one. Point blank. Ooh, who shot these guns? Who's that? Well, it's Hatchet. You know, it's not Mason Storm, it's Hatchet, that one. So yeah, there's a bit of a cliches, and you know, just fucking Keith David with his shotgun. It's pretty good chases, all practical effects. There's some really good camera work and stuff like that, especially when they shoot the window out and the camera pans back, and you think, that's pretty cool actually, because now you just wouldn't even bother or to CGI the fucker. So the Screwface group, all the Jamaicans start kicking off and stuff like that, and one by one he tracks them down. The next thing you know, like the Jamaican copper helping out Kevin Dunn comes in and goes, I want to help you take down Screwface, but he's fucked off back to Jamaica after Steven Seagal basically is driving home. Again, he's a good detective, but he sort of goes, right, dump-ins falling us a bit late at night, JVC tractors, is he pinning me? Oh, yep, oh, crush, and he escapes in the nick of time. I'd like to introduce you to my sister, goddess of fire. So yeah, Screwface fucks off after that. So Seagal, along with his Keith David and his Jamaican friend, fucking do it like typical 80s movie mashup, and they're all making weapons, buying guns, sawing off the things, proper going in training mode, fucking shooting fucking targets, and this massive lump of meat hanging in the background, you know, like, oh, Rocky's finished punching that for the day, shoot that. You think, what the fuck, what's this happening? And then start putting guns in a camera, and you think, did I just miss something? And they go, alright, they're going to go to Jamaica. That's what I've missed. So they fuck off to Jamaica, and it's pretty cool because, you know, it shows you a side of Jamaica you don't normally see, and they basically go through all the woods and all that, and then just pops up, just taking people off with his gun, invade the house, and fucking Screwface and him have a fucking fight with a fucking samurai sword. It's a bit of a worsy fight. Bit of a worsy fucking samurai sword as well. Look at that. There's a bit just fell off there. Fucking voodoo magic, man, that. Anyway, so it has this fight. Next thing you know, it's in the nuts and off with his head. And you think that's the end of the film. You know, Screwface is dead. So, with Screwface dead, he comes back. And you think, like, what's going down here? And I'm going to put this down because it's fucking dangerous waving this fucking thing around the house. So he comes back, and in order to stop all the shit going down against him, he must, again, the smuggled guns, but then they come back and they've just got a fucking head. Just a fucking head. Like, Screwface is dead, I've got his head. That's meant to be. Then all of a sudden there's another fucking Screwface, and everyone's like, he came back from the fucking dead. Well, of course not, because he goes, you killed my brother. Well, the twins. Don't really establish that. You see that a little bit at the start. It's very clever, and that's where it's 1 o'clock in the morning right now. I'm doing this review, pulling this VHS out, because as a kid, you know, back in the day, oh, he fucking comes back to life, he's got the voodoo fucking magic, because there's lots of weird fucking voodoo going on. There's the girl who literally goes in the bath and tips a bucket of water over the head. There's some weird, sacrifices a chicken, there's some fucking weird shit going down in this film. And yeah, as a kid who's it's a twin. It's a brilliant twist. It's the Prestige, almost 2 decades beforehand. So well done, 20th Century Fox. I don't think he's ever made a film of 20th Century Fox since. Obviously Under Siege came along just after that big movie, and we've had Under Siege 2, and then we've had some really shit. I mean, honestly, you want to talk about films, I started watching a few terrible ones in Manchester the other week when I was there, where actually, funny enough, where I got the poster from, hotels, and it just said The Patriot in Britain. He was like, oh, put The Patriot on. I said, hopefully I'll fall asleep. I see, it's in the fucking Patriot, the fucking helicopter for a start. And then next thing you know, these leaves low flying down, and like this woman's going, oh, this fucking place will be saved because the leaves are going to save the pollution. And then Steven Seagal just walks up, big fucking smiley face. Like, it's definitely not that period. But there's other ones like, I'm sure, there we go, On Deadly Ground, right there underneath Dog Soldiers. Again, back to Warner Brothers, and that's the one he directed. Maybe he shouldn't have directed that one, but you know, he's made so many films. I have lost patience and time for him. I do own the box set that I normally fall asleep. I'm gonna have to go soon because the camera's flashing. So wrap this one up dead quickly. So you got Under Siege 1 and 2, Hard to Kill, Nico Above the Law, An Executive Decision, the movie that removed him out the aeroplane, and the artwork. I've been Stephen Mason. I will see you in the outtakes with the Under Siege poster. See you soon. While we're on film and stuff, I mean, this for a poster. Yes, it's missing an edge.
Hey!
Wow, that smells really bad. A very short outtake, that, you know, the poster in Manchester. Still haven't done anything with that yet. There's been a couple of posters. Thinking I'm doing this video now from, well, it's fucking coming up July now, but May that was filmed, Marked for Death. I need to get a move on. There's some crazy stuff happening then. So since that, it's been a couple of months. I actually own the Patriot, mainly because I've seen it for 10 pence at the boot sale. It's in pristine condition actually. It's an 18, so I'm going to find out why the hour and 26 minutes. I'm going to find out why the leaves were so important. It's a Columbia TriStar, like. This is pretty much one of the ones before you went, ooh, I'm right off the map. You just after Glimmer Man, Fire Down Below. Fire Down Below, you read with Warner Bros. Actually, look at that. Big box VHS of Under Siege. Just sitting there like it was last time. Like, don't get us wrong, I'm a fan of Seagal. There's a lot of people I've worked with works with Seagal, and they've not had some very nice stories about it. You know? Oh no, I mean, don't get us wrong, I like the films as I explained that entire video. I do, but I want another one down here, another box set. You know? The Keeper, Driven to Kill, Born to Raise Hell. I don't know. I don't think I watched one of them. I got a bit bored, but yeah, just I thought the little outtake of the poster that has had no love ever since that it's been stored up. I mean, it's fucking retro, but like it's absolutely beaming in my face. But yeah, yeah. So the Patriot will be coming down the line soon, I guess, with some more videos. And my mission to, like, the thing is at the moment, just to go on a little bit of a rant, I'm trying not to film loads of stuff. I mean, last night I was in Glasgow, filming Fever Free, like a random trip around Glasgow during the day. Bought this t-shirt, and I'm trying not to watch reviews. I've recently watched Hard Target, High Plains Drifter, It Came From Outer Space, Dracula Untold, Dark City. I really want to do a podcast and stuff with Dark City because I've got the director's cut, but I'm trying not to film a lot of stuff because I'm trying to catch up on a lot of stuff. I am doing a music video, which I have been since March, but that's more the case of a lot of stuff needs filmed here and there and everywhere, and you know, HorrorCon came along and I've got HorrorCon stuff to. I'm just fucking ranting. Marked for Death, standing on fucking plugs. The fan's still here, so I'm going to end this review right now. Extra outtake, and Brittany's left some sweets. Yeah, chocolate, but shouldn't leave sweets in the room. Thanks for watching. Goodbye for now. Alright, goodbye for now. I'll see you in a bit. But yeah, goodbye for now.
And now the end is here.